And welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and on Pallegney we have a drought going on at the moment. This isn't great. We'll get back to the John Deere tractor there in a moment, but if you look, the current yield of this is dropping really fast. So I want to get the combine cracking on here. We'll set a hired worker going on it. But with the, it's ridiculously fast, the yield is dropping on that. So we'll jump in this, start it up, and get it harvesting. It is way below the actual required moisture. We are dropping fast. We're not going to, well, we're going to lose crop. This is the trouble we've got now. So into the field with this, round it goes, and we'll start this off with a hired worker. So AI and OK, and set that going. That should sort itself out. It should be dropping straw as well, and it'll go round that way, which is the way around we want it to go. Yep, all good. And then while that is going, and yeah, this drought is going to hit us hard, I think. Never, you know, it's not been the right level of moisture on any of my crops on here so far. But this is quite a bit of heat. It's 38 degrees. This is the John Deere 8RT that we had from the contracts yesterday. And we got this up because we have 3 completed contracts. There are no cultivating contracts today, so we're not going to be moving this on to anything else. So we will collect all 3 of these, like so. And that is all done. There's no contracts I really want to send anything on to today. There's lots of harvesting contracts, but none of those really fit very well. There's yeah, green beans and stuff that pay pretty well, but those will take forever, so we're not going to set those up. Otherwise, yeah, it's much of a muchness, so not really anything we can do any contracts with today. So instead, we're going to be getting the harvest going. Now that we've got that started, I will go and take over in the combine once I get this down to beside the field. But really, it's a race against time to get the crop harvesters as quickly as possible, because, as I said, we're just dropping yield every minute. So I will take control of the combine, and we'll get this cut. Yeah, this is actually worse than it being too wet. At least when it was too wet, we had a yield that was about 150%. This is dropping so fast. I think it's going to go under 100% before we finish this field. And with no sign of any rain on the way today at all, there's also a big danger we could lose crop to this drought as well. So we want to get this up, cut, and done, and that way we'll be doing well. And oh, we did have another job to do today. We need to get the mulcher started on the oat field. So we're going to get the 7810 out in a moment and get that going. In fact, I probably should have got that happening before I took over from the hired worker here. But unfortunately, I was rushing and needed to get behind the wheel here and sort this. 21%. 22% is all we've got coming on, but onto this back stretch of this field. That is very concerning. I don't think we're going to get much off this wheat, to be honest. So I put the hired worker back on the combine, and we'll jump into the 7810 here, and we'll get this mulching. Yeah, I need to keep things moving on the farm, because if I don't, we're gonna find ourselves coming up to issues later on. And while our harvester actually is doing the harvesting on that field, I think we probably want to head down the bottom with the the fence telehandler, and we'll go and get the hay bales collected up and get them back up here too. So lots going on here that we have to sort. It's a little bit wild at times, especially when things sort of hit the fan. Right, there we go. So we will set the hired worker off on that. That is getting to work mulching that field. And we want to... No, I hear it still moving. I thought it was blocked. We want to go and grab this. We've not got many bales down the bottom, so I'm hoping that I can quickly collect them. We'll go and get the bale trailer, because I think if I try and do 3 bales stacked on the front of this, down the road on the sides, along the river, we'll end up with a problem. Ooh, wow, caught the lip there. Combine should do fine for a while. It is not filling very fast, as we've established, and so I need to get some jobs done around the farm, make sure that we are keeping on top of everything. I kind of wonder what effect this drought will have on the grapes. The grapes aren't quite ready to harvest yet. It'll be next month, but it's quite possible that they might be affected by this drought too. It's really, yeah, it's really, really odd. First time we've had a drought that might affect fields, and I don't know how it's going to affect them. How much crop we might lose to it as we go through. We should have enough time to get both fields harvested today, but it could be messy either way it goes. Yes, and the other reason is that for coming down here with the bale trailer is we got more bales off this field than I was expecting. It was quite a nice amount of hay that we got from down here, and we've still got 2 more cuts that we should be able to get off the field this year. We've got September cut, so next month we should be able to get a cut, and we should be able to get a November cut as well. There we are. Now, I might put the November cut in as silage because it's quite late in the year. But do you know what? I'm very tempted actually to do 2 cuts of silage at the end of this year, and then 2 cuts of silage going into next year. And that way, by this time next year, we will be able to close up the silage pit, and then we can do 2 cuts of hay towards the end of next year, just to even things out a bit and sort of stagger stuff across years. Might be a really good way to go. That way we keep things nice and simple, and if we need extra hay in a year, we're good. And by the time the winter comes round and the cows are in need of silage, the silage has fermented, rather than having to wait well into the winter to get the silage fermenting. So yeah, I think we might be in a better position if the last 2 cuts this year we just collect up with the forage wagon and take straight into the second silage pit and start to fill that up. I'm really, really enjoying stacking these triples. This is so nice. I know a lot of people have an issue with the bale physics in Farm Sim, but I'm not having any issues at all. It just works for me. I'm having no problem stacking round bales and getting them onto a trailer with what I would say that's a pretty perfect stack. I tell you what, chat, rate my stack in the comments. I think that's pretty awesome, though. I'm very, very happy with that. That's a beautiful stack of bales. We're not. I didn't need to stack them 3 high because we don't have that many bales. We've only got 8 bales off here. One of these, of course, is a small bale, which I've now lost track of. That's okay. It's all going into the store anyway. And there we are. I'm pleased. That's all gone onto that trailer really quickly, really nicely. And we can get all of that back up to the farm and into the bale store with very little issue. That's a good start. I don't think the state of the wheat field is, though. How far is that into that field? Okay, it started on... it's doing a cut-in at the moment. I'm not seeing any beacons or anything running on it. It's nowhere near full, that combine. That is not boding well. 2 full headlands and 2 rows in its in the current cut-in, and it hasn't got the beacons on. Means this is going to be a very low yielding field of wheat. I really hoped it was going to be better than that. So these bales into our bale store, bring them up here, undo the belts, and in they go. Moves everything about, and we're good. The John Deere is doing a grand job of mulching that. Oh, and in fact, the harvester finally has a nearly full grain tank. So let's take this and go and empty it. Yeah, having a worker do the combine at the moment, I think, is really good. I'm hoping it's going to come back down this side here, and we can empty it out as we're going. Yep. There goes our harvester. Pull this underneath. Back to my carting days. Look at that. We are nicely there, collecting up that grain. Combine has given us 31%. Wow. I think we're going to be nowhere near a full trailer off this field. Has that got... I'm going to tell how much of a row that's got. Yeah, that does have still some to go. So we'll park this in the middle of the field. But that is not great. Something's come up in the shop that I would absolutely love to pick up. There's an S Series Vultra with this olive green paint job. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to have this on the farm. 280 horsepower, so it would add 100 horsepower to our current John Deere, which is what it would be replacing. But if I have a look at the John Deere itself, that is only worth 26,000. So we would only have 90,000 of the 130 the 138,000 we need, and we'd have no money left to do the vines next month. I am annoyed by that, and yeah, lack of contracts means that well, not really a lack of contracts. We've got some options, but none of these would finish really in time for us to get that. Our best candidate would be 82 on the green beans, but look at the size of that field. And that is not a very wide harvester for that. Everything else pays peanuts in comparison. If I could find, there must be a couple of green bean contracts. That's peas, that's green beans, and that's spinach. Yeah, there's another green bean contract. So I could do that one and that one and set the green bean harvesters going. But then trying to get 2 hired workers going together actually isn't a problem. We've got we actually have courseplay on here. We could try and get that going. This harvester is taking forever, and we're gonna need something to boost our income. Let's try 3 green bean harvesters on 1 field. So we've got a green bean harvester here. We will borrow items for that. So 82 is where we're headed. We also then want to see how many more green bean contracts there are. So find me another green beans. That's spinach. That's green beans. So we'll borrow the items for that. Okay. And then finally, is there another green bean contract? Can we get 3 harvesters? No. Spinach. Spinach. Peas, parsnips. No. Okay, so we've only got 2 harvesters to play with. So can I get these to go automatically down to the field? Let's see. Set destination. And we are doing this field here. So we will park it on the road there. And there's a second harvester there. Set destination for that. And we'll park that on the road there as well. Right, hopefully those will both get to their destinations fairly swiftly. My John Deere has conked out. We need to restart that going. That's slightly annoying. But it is moving again. Yeah, it's probably about time that we replace this tractor. And that Voltra would be a really good choice. And with this, if we can get these contracts, that's actually going to be mitigated a bit. So when this is finished, I think we might look and see if we can get a shiny new tractor and maybe replace our John Deere. Combine is coming up to the end of the field. So we will get this emptied, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more. Well, he's going somewhere. He needs to go and clean something up, I think. Oh, yeah, there's a bit at the top of the field over here, so that's fine. The John Deere is broken down again. It does definitely needs repairs. And I've had another idea. There is a way of getting that tractor that we could utilize. And that is, we could get it on hire. So we could hire it, which would work very well for us. Stop the combine as it was emptying. That's really annoying. Start this up. There we go. So yeah, we could get this on financing. If we did it over 6 months, it'd be 23,000 a month for 6 months. We can make that money. We can make that money easily. And that would only cost us 2%, which is really good. I think we might do that. The John Deere is a very expensive piece of kit for us to run at the moment, and this Voltra would be perfect. Combine is finished though, so let's go and get this sorted. I want to send it into the next field. I want to send it into the next field at the entrance, actually. And how's our yield on the sorghum? I'm guessing it's not great. I could really do with this not being horrible. I think most of the, well, a big load of the wheat that we've done, that is going to be going straight to chicken feed. We need to get the chickens fed again. We'll start that combine off. And yeah, current yield has settled at 98.75. Moisture is at just 6%. And here's our John Deere. I think we're done with this. We're gonna go and up our horsepower and get the new tractor, get a new tractor to work. So let's go take this back to the yard. We'll drop this off, and I think it's time to get an upgrade. Oh no, what's happened here? Our harvesters have got stuck in the trees. We're gonna have to manually get those up to the field, I think. That is incredibly annoying. I really, really wish they hadn't done that. So we'll have to deal with that. Wow, look at the difference between the two tractors it gave for those contracts. A little Izeki and a little Fent. That's a little bit mad. Right, bring this into here. We haven't given it a wash, but that won't affect our resale value. So we are going to repair that, repaint that, and sell it. Yes. Okay. Right. Oh, we actually almost have enough to outright buy that tractor. I think I might get the 30,000 and yeah, and then we'll have enough with the contract, I think. So we are going to buy it outright. We're not going to take it on financing. We are going to buy it outright. We're going to temporarily borrow some money. So we got to make sure we keep enough cash though to keep our hired workers going. So we're going to borrow 1, 2, 3. We're going to borrow just 35,000 on this, and then we'll come in here. Oh, that is a really nice planter. Although, yeah, no, we're going to go with this. We are going to keep it in the olive color. So because we're buying this secondhand, we got to keep it in the color that we have. The number plate actually already has VF on it. As much as I'd like to keep that, we will pick somebody. Tires, we're going to put the Michelin standards. We've got no reverse driving on it. Standard roof setup, second door, standard interior, and we need to select somebody for the number plate. And congratulations to Galcomp Gamer. You have been selected at random from the tractor driver and above level patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subscribers, and your name is going on the number plate. So I've gone with Galcomp Gamer, basically taking out the vowels. And okay, so that is on the front and the back. And buy, there we go. 138,000. Oh man, that is such a big amount of cash. But look at that. Absolutely gorgeous tractor. We'll get this back to the farm and get this running. Yeah, I am surprised. I did not expect to go an all Valtra farm on here, but apparently that's where we've gone. So here we are back down at the farm with our new tractor, and we're going to hook this up to the mulcher. And I'm hoping that I can just set it going. We've still got the John Deere weights on the front of this. I saw no point in getting rid of that. That's still a useful weight. So let's set this off with the hired worker, and hopefully they'll pick things up, and away they go. And yeah, this S-Series is absolutely gorgeous. Meanwhile, our combine is on its second headland and it's not yet half full. This is such a horrible yield. That is ridiculous. Oh, that's so disappointing. The combine is nearly full. Unfortunately, it's got its auger into the crop, so we've got to wait for it to turn around and come back the other way. But I'm hoping as it's close, we should be all right. Yeah, we're not gonna be too bad here. We'll get this swung around fairly quickly. I think we're going to be doing a second day in August simply because we haven't even started this giant field of green beans yet. So we have got that to catch up with. We'll get the harvesters up there and get them started this afternoon. And I think that's going to be a main concentration for us tomorrow, along with getting the straw on the wheat field baled up. But this is all looking pretty good at the moment. Our combine has done a grand job on this field so far, even if our yield has taken a massive hit. And this is not going to be a small field of green beans here. I'm hoping this drought is not going to affect this too much. Right, let's try this. I've not done multiple harvesting with horseplay in Farming Simulator 25 yet, so we'll see how it goes. Bring this into here, bring up courseplay, we'll set a new course. Yep, that's the correct field. We want to generate a fieldwork course. There we are. That's quite a big. I need to set the number of items, or the number of bits of equipment to run on this. Fieldwork settings. Here we go. Number of headlands. We want it to do 3 headlands. We want, sharpen head cord, number around quarter radius. Up down in the center is fine. No rows to skip. Island headlands. Do we have number of vehicles? There's not a number of no. So I'm going to set the number of headlands actually to 4, and then we'll generate a course on that. And there we go. Right. Oh, and we need it to do headlands first. Yeah, it's starting work on headlands first. Right. So if I come out to here, yeah, I don't have how many vehicles, which is slightly annoying. Is it not possible to do multiple pieces of equipment? Horseplay courses. Take the hired worker off this. And yeah, I need multiple vehicle courseplay course, and it doesn't seem to do it on here. Yeah, seems like the new version of courseplay doesn't yet have multiple harvesters built into it. There's no option here to add multiple harvesters, which is disappointing. I was hoping this was gonna fix the problem, but where you go, and let's copy this course and see if we can get the other one to skip rows. So I'm going to copy that course. We'll jump into this. And can I get this to skip rows? That would be very nice, but I don't think that's possible. Yeah. That's very annoying. What I might do then is see if we can trick this into doing it. Let's clear this and bring this into here. Get this to follow the other harvester, but with a regular hired worker. This might not work, but we'll see what happens. If as long as it goes around the same way, we'll be all right, which of course it absolutely is not. Let's send it this way then. Let's see if we can get this to work. This is going to be a mess and is going to cost us a lot of money, I fear, which is not great. So I pulled the other one off course play, and we're going to send it following behind the first one. This is going to be a mess though. Meanwhile, our new Vultra has finished the job, so that can come in, and very happy with that. Yeah, that is a beast, and an awesome piece of kit. And we might get that on the baler as we have time today, and get the straw collected up on the second field, or on the wheat field. This tractor does not look ridiculous on this baler, surprisingly. I thought that was going to be a bigger problem, but no. Be interested to see the N series and this S series next to each other. I don't think there's as big a size difference as I'd expect. Combine is nearly full. I think I'll stop the hired worker before it hits the next row though, or at least try and empty the tank a little bit. But no, we'll have to pick it up at the other end. 2 full tanks off this field. This is one of our biggest fields, and it is just, we are such a poor yield on here. This drought has really hit us hard, and has not been great for the crops. At least we didn't lose any crop, but yeah, we're definitely down on the yield, annoyingly. And I don't think there's any way to recover that after a drought. A drought always knocks it back badly. So We just needed to get all of this up as quickly as possible. It's not awful. We've got over 10,000 litres off here, so this will be a decent amount, especially if we can turn it into flour. But at the moment, we are not looking great. Though, maximum trailer, so we have filled the trailer. The combine has finished, and so we can get the last of the sorghum out. Don't think, yeah, there's not 5,000 litres in here, which would be very nice. I think instead, we've only got less than 1,000 litres. So 17,000 litres of sorghum off here isn't terrible, but isn't quite where I would have liked. I think we're gonna need to, well, there's not much we could do against a drought, to be honest. It hit us hard, and that was the result. So I'm gonna go and put the combine away, because that is the combine done for this year unless we take it out on a contract. I think I need to go and get myself a pressure washer. We could really do with cleaning this down before putting it away this year. Meanwhile, we're going to have a whole load of green beans to sort out. We're starting to bale up this field here, so that needs doing as well. And then we've got to mulch these two fields too, and prepare for the grapes. So it's all go on here. Let's bring this round here. I'm going to put the pressure washer in round the yard here somewhere. So we'll get that sorted for next time as well. For now, I think we're done on the farm for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now, or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.